Alright, well, week number 4 didn't get as much done as I'd hoped. We did make some progress. I got the last piece of trim off on the back. We actually patched up holes in the rear, and I didn't get everything I wanted done, so as you can see I kind of played with some paint tonight just to kind of get an idea. Still got the front corners. Still didn't get that stuff done as far as the welding goes. Although we did get the materials for the roof rack ordered. Finished sanding down the left side and the right side. There's 1 or 2 rough spots still that you can kind of see, but for the most part it's not too bad. Kind of see some dimples in the paint there, some scratches and dents and stuff that we didn't quite get to. Didn't sand them down deep enough to kind of smooth everything out. Isn't too bad back here. Got this side filled in. Waiting for it to kind of dry up. Probably we'll get to it in the middle of the week. This week's going to be a little rough though, because I don't have the free time that I was hoping for on the weekends. I'm actually back to working the weekend shifts. So these Saturdays, all-day projects just aren't going to swing it. But kind of get an idea of what we're looking at as far as the car goes. Actually going to take a break from some of it this week. We actually got to get working on a few packs for Brian and the guys. So we'll get to it. Almost finished that window. Actually put the tint on. Well, actually I cut it out the wrong way, so came up short. I do have some to put back on, but just gonna get to it tonight. Was gonna do the whole thing white, but it just is too much material. It does not go on real smooth. It has to go on very light. So I figured doors are good enough. Threw a red streak on there just for the hell of it. Should be getting the title in here pretty soon. I'm hoping this week, so we'll have a good plate on it and everything. You can see that I pulled the spotlights off, mirror off on that side. Just didn't get to this one. It's actually 2 different mirrors on it, which I was surprised. I'm gonna have to take this door apart in order to get to that one from the inside. I'm gonna see what we can put on there. Maybe put a decent pair on. Searching eBay and found a few for like 35 bucks for the pair, so we might end up getting those and putting those on there once it's all painted, but we'll leave them off until it does get painted. You can see I did the top parts of the doors, got those all primered. Not too worried about how good those look. We're actually going to put red and black caution tape across those, and probably going to do it on the inside of the back door as well. Still going to work on the wheel skirts. I have one painted, but there's some chips in the paint that he kind of sanded out and stuff. Kind of went through a bunch of stuff. We need to order new tires. We pulled apart the dashboard today in order to clean that out. A couple mice living in there. So we took the top piece off. We were hoping to get in there, take a look at the radio, take a look at the speedometer, take a look at the temperature gauge, all the mechanical stuff that needs worked on. So you can see we did a lot of work, although it does not show for that much this particular week. I think I only put in about 8 hours today and probably 3 or 4. There's probably 12 hours in it total. So all in all, there isn't a whole lot to show because we just didn't get the time. Everybody else was unable to make it this weekend to help out, so we came up a little bit short on some manpower. But it's coming along. It's a little bit off schedule. I was kind of hoping to have these front ends all done. Probably work on those this week. Turns out we got to take the bumper off in order to get to the turn signals and stuff. So it's going to be a slow process there. Still didn't get the welding done, although we might get to that next weekend only because the roof rack materials are going to come in and we got to get the measurements for all the parts for that, and we're going to do all that welding. We're actually going to use aluminum a little bit lighter than the steel, so I'm hoping that it will not be such a burden on the roof. We didn't want to have to reinforce that if we didn't have to. So we'll see how it goes, but that's the end of week 4, so hope you enjoy that one, and we'll see you next week.